Have you ever wondered if there's a biological basis behind our moral judgments? Can a simple neurotransmitter like serotonin influence our perception of right and wrong? A fascinating experiment conducted in 2010 by Molly Crockett and her team of researchers from Cambridge and Harvard universities sought to answer these very questions. The experiment was an intricate one, involving 24 male participants who were brought into the lab on 3 separate occasions. Each time they were given either citalopram, a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor to increase their serotonin levels, atomoxetine, a noradrenaline reuptake inhibitor, or a placebo. Following this, the participants were presented with 29 moral judgment tasks which involved reading various hypothetical scenarios and responding to them. The scenarios ranged from contemplating whether it was morally acceptable to push someone onto a train track to save 5 others, to deciding if it was right to push a button that alters a train's path, resulting in 1 death but saving 5 others. Alongside these moral hypotheticals, each session also required participants to engage in 24 rounds of the ultimatum game, a common tool in psychological research. In this game, participants were designated as responders, tasked with accepting or rejecting a proposed split of a certain amount of money. The catch? If the responder rejects the offer, neither player gets paid. The goal was to examine the effect of these drugs on the participants' concepts of fairness and their willingness to self-sacrifice in the interest of social harmony. The results were intriguing. Increasing serotonin with citalopram resulted in reduced rejection rates of unfair offers. In other words, participants with chemically elevated levels of serotonin were more likely to accept unfair offers. Moreover, they were less likely to view personally harmful actions as morally acceptable. So, what does this mean for our understanding of serotonin's role in moral judgment? The authors of this study believe that serotonin activates the areas of our brain responsible for top-down emotional processing. Furthermore, an abundance of serotonin seems to accentuate our reason-based do-no-harm moral principle, as evidenced by the selfless behavior during the ultimatum game. However, Crockett and her team caution against drawing overly specific biological conclusions from this study. While their results suggest a correlation between serotonin and moral decision-making, the precise mechanisms and brain regions involved remain uncertain. But one thing is clear: our moral compass is not solely a product of our upbringing or our conscious mind. It's also a fascinating interplay of our brain's chemistry and our environment.